Okay, so I'm so glad you guys came in today. This is mediation, and mediation is a way for us to resolve our conflicts with one another. Just to kind of like let you guys know what mediation is all about is you guys will kind of lay out like your side of the story and then your side of the story, and I just kind of help you guys resolve your conflict together. And in this, there are some ground rules. I want you guys to be respectful. There's no name calling. There's no.
What if I don't know their
Okay.
name?
Pretty much, it's a lot of like just being respectful, waiting for your turn to talk, and I will make sure that everybody has a fair chance to speak. There are different points in this where I can ask to caucus, and that pretty much is like a one-on-one meeting, just to kind of get a little bit deeper if things aren't working out and like our meeting together. And the first phase is I'm just kind of gathering the facts and things, and then the second phase is kind of like negotiation and kind of finding a solution to your guys' problem. All right, so who brought this into mediation? Who kind of wanted to like come to mediation? Neil did? Okay,
Oh my
Neil
goodness.
it's okay. Okay, Neil, we will start with you.
This was your idea.
Okay. Neil.
Liar. Holy cow.
Okay.
Sorry, that's name calling. That was a call.
Okay. Neil. Okay, Neil, what is your side of the story? What did you come to mediation for?
Well, I really want to do this deal, but it doesn't sound like I'm going to get it.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this deal? What is this deal?
So I'm trying to get on this concert. It's like a tour for 2 weeks, and I really need it. I don't really care too much about the price. I just need it to get some like press, and so like press attention for another concert job, and so that's what I'm kind of here.
So it sounds like you really value that this tour will give you the press and give you like the attention that is needed for your career.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't sound like the price is necessarily like what's holding you back.
No.
So what then, like why haven't you done this tour? Why aren't you doing this tour if you want to do it?
Well, the agent's been a little stubborn, so they just don't feel like I have the potential anymore, I guess.
So they don't want you to do it because they don't. I'm confused.
Me too. But
I'm sorry, I messed this part up. Okay, I'm sorry. Rewind. It sounds like you want to be seen and valued.
Mm-hmm. And it also starts in 5 months, and I really can't waste any time. Like, I need to know now.
You want to have an answer just so you kind of get a plan what you need. Okay. Let's see. Have you done tours before?
I have several years ago when I was in my prime, but now all the youngsters are just taking over, and so kind of been struggling to find tours to join because of that. And so
that would be like hard and frustrating, and you're probably like, oh, I want to do this tour because it's an option.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been working with this company? Yeah, manager company.
I don't know, a couple of years, I guess.
Couple years. Do you have a good relationship with them before this?
Not sure.
Not sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know about your story?
No, I think that's it for now. I'm kind of interested to hear what she has to say, Miss Agent over there.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you.
All right. Let me say Newts. Let's hear your side of the story.
Yeah, so we are also wanting to contract Neil to do this tour that's happening in 5 months, and we're really wanting to kind of get him on board with us so we can start planning because we need to book out the venues and everything. But like Neil said, he's not really in his prime anymore, and so working with his agent has been a little bit hard because we were going to book Britney Spears for this, and we were going to pay her a lot, but like Neil said, he's not super in his prime right now, and so the company's wanting us to only pay 40,000 or less, but his agent is not wanting to accept that amount because of the past that he's had.
But you're saying, so it sounds like you want to still have Neil come, and you recognize like he might not be in his prime, and so that's the value that, or the price that you thought.
Right.
Because you were gonna have Britney Spears come instead.
So if we had had her come, we think that the venues would have been completely sold out. Which with Neil, they very well might, but we're just not entirely sure if they are. So we're not super willing to invest all of that money and lose money over it.
Gotcha. And do you work directly with Neil, or is it just kind of been
It's
between
more
the agent?
It's more through his agent.
Through his agent. So does he know that? Did he know that you guys wanted him to come?
I'm guessing so. He said he wanted to do it, but he did mention that he didn't care about the price. So I'm thinking his agent wasn't aware of that.
So there's just like kind of like a middleman in between. Gotcha. Okay. Is the let's see what else. So have you guys worked with Neil before?
Yeah, actually, we did a couple of concerts with him 6 months ago, and at that time, 6 years ago, I meant to say, and back then we paid 28,000, and so we're thinking that 40,000 would be a good price considering the fame that he's had over the couple of years. But yeah, we have worked with him a little bit. I'm not sure if he had the same agent the 6 years ago, but yeah.
Okay, so you have worked with Neil before, and it's been a positive relationship, and it sounds like his fame has gotten a little bit more, and so you want to keep that relationship going and still have a tour for him booked. Okay, cool. Anything else you want me to know about your side of the story?
I think that's about it.
Okay. Now that we're done with kind of like saying our stories and that like phase of mediation, I'm now gonna kind of caucus with both of you, and like let's put up a hidden barrier, and just kind of like talk about what we're wanting and like what are our musts, I guess, and then we'll go into negotiation. Okay, so I'll caucus with Neil. Okay. So Neil, listening to the company about kind of like what their side of the story, it sounds like they still want you on their tour, which is something you want. It's like your biggest drive. What is in this deal that you're making with them? What are some of your like main things that you're like, okay, I want this?
My main goal is free press because I want to do product advertisement, which could pay up to 200,000. But like I said, my bottom line for this concert is like nothing. Like I literally would do it for free because I just needed the press. I need the advertisement basically.
Does it, with the advertising, is it, I guess the press, is it just like, do you need that company to do the press for you or something like that? And how much does that cost usually?
Not sure exactly. I just need a high profile concert to like get this commercial job, and so that's why I really want this concert because it is high profile and they'll be all over like New York, LA, and Washington DC and several other places, and so like that will really help me just get the press so I can get that advertisement job.
Okay. So your main takeaway is you want to do this concert and you don't really care too much about, or is there like an amount that you're like, I know you said you would do it for free, but you said just free press is the main.
Yeah, like I had a job for offer for 24,000 a couple months ago, but that fell through.